So this was it, Indianapolis, the last stop of the 2022 Fina World Cup circuit. Megastars of the sport back in the pool after the first two legs in Berlin and Toronto, chasing crucial points and prizes. It was also the final opportunity to sharpen those race skills ahead of the World Championships in Melbourne in December. 5 men were realistically in contention for the Fina World Cup overall title heading into this final event, which would be decided by combining scores attained here in the USA with those claimed across other races in Germany and Canada. Only one could win though, and after 9 wins out of 9, consisting of triple crowns in the 50-metre freestyle, backstroke and butterfly, it was Dylan Carter of Trinidad and Tobago who would claim the grand prize and a £100,000 US dollar paycheck. His wins across the 3 legs in each event secured him 121.6 points and also earned Carter $30,000 US dollars in bonuses. Not a bad return for a series of stunning sprint successes. He wasn't the only man to dominate though. American Nick Fink also claimed a triple crown with his titles coming across all 3 breaststroke disciplines. Fink's points total was just 0.3 short of Carter's, with his most impressive win arguably this from lane 8 on the final night in the 200 metres breaststroke final.
But that saved up energy is going to pay off as Nick Fink earns a crown.
Rounding off the podium places for the men at the end of this meet with 164.9 points was butterfly specialist Chad Leclos. 100 and 200 metre victories in Indianapolis, the 100 metre success particularly impressive as that secured him a crown in that event.
Go, Chad Leclos, and he's going to be $10,000 richer as he's going to win the men's 100 butterfly final this evening here.
On to the women, and one name has repeatedly been celebrated by fans and commentators alike during this World Cup, that of Beata Nelson, who secured 173.7 points. The American short course specialist dazzled in front of the home fans in Indy, rounding off a dominant display across the series with further successes in both the 200 metres backstroke and 200 metres individual medley events, claiming 2 crowns and a total of $120,000 US dollars.
Is going to win the women's 200 individual medley.
Next, with 165.9 points, was Siobhan Jorge. The Hong Kong star completed triple victories across the World Cup stops with 2 more wins in the 100 metre and 200 metre freestyle events. She impressively held off Katie Ledecky, among others, in the latter.
And touching first is Siobhan Jorge in a time of 151.19.
Rounding off the overall top 3 with 156.6 points was Beryl Gastadello. No victories during the last leg, but 3 solid silvers, adding to her wins in Berlin and Toronto. While only 6 could place on the overall Fina World Cup podium, there were many other standout swims delivered during the 3 days here in Indianapolis. The most striking of them all was produced by the great Katie Ledecky. A new 1500 metre world record in Toronto last week. Here, she broke the 800 metres world record, which stood since 2013.
A world record effort by Katie Ledecky in the United States. And she breaks in her time, 7:57.42. Katie Ledecky.
Ruta Maitita's elite-level comeback continued at the end of her first full year back in major competitions. Remember, she retired back in 2019. She rounded off this series with crowns in both the 50-metre and 100-metre breaststroke events. Her 100-metre time of 1:02.77 was her quickest since 2014.
A kick and a reach, and there is no record. She's just off her mark, but still an outstanding performance.
Shane Casas of the USA was another major winner. He only narrowly missed out on the overall podium places after a series of brilliant performances. Crowns came in the 200 metres backstroke and also the 100, with this perfectly timed finish on day 3.
Shane Casas from the United States earning a crown. He's going to get a $10,000 check coming up.
In Indianapolis, Kyle Chalmers did what Kyle Chalmers does, wins the 100 meters freestyle. He collected the crown for 3 successive wins, but now has 7 World Cup titles in a row in this event.
For Kyle Chalmers of Australia, as he powers it into the finish, 45.55.
South Africa's Matt Sates entered Indy chasing 3 crowns, but while he admitted fatigue played a part in missing out on 2 of those, he battled to a brilliant 400 metres individual medley win on the final night to secure that treble.
And Matthew Sates touching at a time of 4:04.12. That earns him a crown.
One final claimer of a crown was Katarzyna Łazik of Poland. She rounded off her run of 50-metre freestyle titles by further lowering her national record in Indy, now set at 23.10 seconds. 2 further host nation swimmers to give shout-outs to are Kieran Smith, who was brilliant in Indy with victories in the 400 metres free, 200 metres IM, and then this 200 metre freestyle final on the last night.
Driving down to the finish, they bury their head and reach out, and Kieran Smith.
And then there was the 17-year-old Bella Sims, who set not only 1, but 2 World Junior records, which were just 12 minutes apart on day 2 here, finishing second in the 200 metres freestyle before claiming victory in the 100 metres backstroke, a certain one to watch in the years ahead. The Fina Swimming World Cup comes to a spectacular close then after close to 3 weeks of amazing racing across 3 different countries. It was, though, just the start of the season. Coming up next month are the World Championships in Melbourne, 13th to the 18th of December. Here's a little glimpse of what to expect. Remember, keep it Fina 1908 for all the best build-up.